Welcome to the Leetist Podcast, a show where we play games about games, video games, games of the video sort. I am Kenny. At the table today with me, the Balky to my Larry, also known as Ryan.
Hi.
And out in the digital space with us today, Tim is not here, but guess who is? Blue and RGB from Gamers Week Podcast. Hello, Blue. What's up?
Hello. And thanks for having me, guys. And, I don't know if I've ever said so, but I really like your guys' theme song.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Kenny nails everything that he does with these kind of edit things. Like, it's amazing. I listen to, like, a lot of other podcasts, and I don't hear as much, like, or any, like, music sometimes. And
I like doing ditties. I think in another life I am a ditty maker.
You would have been a perfect, like, either theme song creator from, like, the 80s, like, sitcoms or something like that. That would have been fun.
Certainly. RGB, what you been doing today?
Just really anticipating and joining in with you guys. And also, I'll echo what Blue has to say. I was actually saying this in our Discord the other day to Tim that I find myself kind of bouncing along with the music when it starts off. Always puts me in a good mood.
We do that actually in studio too a lot. Like Kenny will hit the play button on it, and me and Tim will just start bobbing our heads.
So
like instinctively.
Before we started this podcast, I was in a band here in Nashville with the same guys for like 15 years. And I was always the guy who did not know much about the technical side of things and recording. I would just let me sit down at the drums and play. And, I learned other instruments throughout the years. But when we started the podcast, I learned more about recording and then like EQing and things like that. And I started recording stuff myself. And I whipped together that theme song is one of the first things I made, actually. And it hasn't been touched since then. Yeah,
won't be touched. It will stand the test of time.
We have a lot to do today. I have brought some fun games. I thought initially Blue was going to be on the show by herself, and then Ryan said he wanted to come. I said, hell yeah. But since Blue was coming, now she's waiting to Nintendo. I made a lot of Nintendo-themed games. So
oh, yes.
Yeah, I have.
I can do this. I can do this.
I have an Are You Smarter Than a Leet Gamer for today with some new categories. Ryan has one of my favorite games, 3 Lives, which will have the three of you guys the three of us co-oping against Ryan
3v1.
to try to defeat him and some other things.
Going down.
Probably. You guys are really good. I 3 Lives is always like kind of interesting because that's where the weird knowledge comes into play, and people have extraordinarily weird knowledge.
Sometimes if you're just really good and you remember exactly when a game came out, the month and day, you can get first bunch of points right away. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I think Ryan has made his entire Twitter account based on his random knowledge, so
it's
you
true.
guys are probably in trouble.
Oh, yeah, no. I really hope I get stomped on it, because, like, that's the fun. Like, if someone's like, oh, yeah, that day? Yeah, that was this game.
Yeah, there you go. It'll be Ryan here.
Okay.
It's going to be the 3 of us against Ryan, so we will stomp him, hopefully, with
Please
your help.
do.
If you like the show, do us a solid and tell every single person you ever meet that this is the greatest podcast you've ever heard. In fact, you can pause the show right meow and go to the review section of whatever platform you're listening on and drop us a quick rating and review. That can really help us get seen by more folks. Also, tell your friends and followers they can go to theleetist.com/new listeners, where they'll find some fun clips of the show to give them a taste of what we do here. Plus, it includes a recommended jumping off episode for folks to start their Leetist journey.
Yeah.
I just said what Tim usually says, and I almost got through it without flubbing it. I think
no, you didn't flub it at all.
There was a tiny thing. Oh, yeah, okay. We'll just say I did it right.
You did it right, man. Tim is proud of you right now. He's clapping right now wherever he is.
I think we are going to kick off this show with some games. As usual, I have an idea. Why don't we take the news and turn that into a game? I've just come up with that idea right now. Yes, that's what I have done.
Okay.
And I think
this is new.
Just because you play the news game all the time, Ryan, we're going to have Blue and Ryan versus our Ryan. They're going to be on a team.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's exactly what
I can't win solo, let alone against 2 people.
In the news game.
Macaroni.
Every episode, we like to take a brief look back at the gaming news of the week and give our 2 cents. But of course, on this show, reading the headlines ain't Leet enough. We got to make a game out of it. I'm going to read off some quick fire fill in the blank gaming news questions for my lucky contestants, and they'll have 30 seconds to answer them. We don't do deep dives here. So if you want to know more,
listen to Gamers Week.
Listen to
Gamers Week. Oh, I like it.
That's perfect.
If you want to know more, tune into Gamers Week podcast.
That should go there all the time now. I like that.
Yeah, we'll say, and then if that doesn't work, go fucking Google it.
That's what you do. All right, I'm going to say Skyrim symbol is blue and RGB, and Dragonborn is Ryan. Here we go. Flip.
He's flipping a coin.
It is Dragonborn. Ryan, you'll be going first.
All right.
and the news game. I think these are pretty easy.
I haven't really been keeping up with any of the news.
I don't usually make the news game. Tim does, but I just picked stuff that I wanted to talk about. So, here we go.
So Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Dark Souls.
No. There's no,
Did I get it right?
There's no soul stuff. All right,
Okay,
are you
no
ready?
soul stuff.
Here we go.
All
Move over party chat, or whatever the hell they're calling it these days. A recent PS5 update has finally introduced blank integration.
Discord.
Yeah. Things at Rocksteady seem rocky and not. That's all right. Things at Rocksteady seem rocky and not so steady, as blank has been delayed to later this year after poor fan reception.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, as we approach Resident Evil 4 remake release, Capcom dropped a new playable demo during the showcase titled Resident Evil 4: The Blank Demo.
Chainsaw demo.
Marcel Voss, a popular YouTuber, has made a virtual war hell ride in the game Blank that would take 3 quinvigtillion years to complete.
Minecraft?
roller coaster tycoon.
Oh my God.
Yeah, all right.
Is it like just some sort of inertia roller coaster where it just keeps going?
I read about this and I figured that was like a super long, like it's long to begin with, but it just goes very, very slow.
That's what I'm thinking.
To one end and then goes back to the other end. And apparently, if you actually wanted to complete it, it would take 3 quinvigintillion years, which is apparently a word.
My God, man. Well, that's I mean, Roller Coaster Tycoon, that was a fun game series. I really liked that. But who else just built the roller coasters to make them not go anywhere and crash into something, right? Like,
absolutely.
That was like
right
what
here.
we did. I feel like they should make a game off of that. Like, I think that there's a missed opportunity with roller coaster games where they can be like, it's actually half-finished roller coasters, but your objective is to cause the most destruction you can out of it.
I have no experience with Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'd probably get sucked into it, though. It looks kind of fun.
It's a good series.
I like simmy games. We've been waiting forever for Discord to come to PlayStation, but apparently it's still like a pain in the ass like Xbox is. Like, you still got to use your phone and or route it here and route it there to do it right, but I don't know.
They're doing it the Nintendo Switch Online model, man.
There you go.
That's great.
Exactly.
That's how you do it. Then why, I mean, like, at what point, if you have to route it through your phone, why not just fucking have Discord on your phone and talk through that? Like, what?
That seems easier.
This is the $1 million question.
Like, I don't understand. Does not compute. Move to next topic.
That's basically what you're doing at the end. I don't know. Yeah. Blue, have you been following Suicide Squad at all? Are you interested at all in it?
I am not a superhero person.
No.
Wrong person to ask.
You don't play the Rocksteady Batman games?
No.
Oh man, those are really solid.
They are, and that's
the
why
Suicide Squad looked like hot garbage to me. Like it does not look good.
I've echoed before that I think if the gameplay is fun, I could get into it. I like tiered loot and colored loot to chase, and the gameplay looks all right. I mean, I'm not all about the microtransaction-y live service stuff, it looks like, but other than that, it could be fun. I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment until I play it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, that's what you should do, right? Reserve judgment until you play it.
I assume at the Gamers Week, with all the news you cover, that you guys watched the Capcom showcase. Am I assuming right?
No.
Oh, you know? Okay. I figured especially...
Let's be honest. It's been a long time since Capcom has offered up anything that was new and interesting and groundbreaking to where you felt like you had to tune in live, because it's always just Monster Hunter and Resident Evil, and that's all they've done for years.
What would that be for you, Blue? Like, if Capcom was like to put on something and they announce one game, like what would that game announcement be that would blow you away?
I would need some sort of killer new IP.
See, I'm going, go back to your vault, right? Go back to the old school games. I was talking to, I watched it with Lemons, who's one of our patrons. We were discussing it live while we were doing it. And I was like, what if they did Maximo 3? Do you remember Maximo series?
No, you're staring at me like I should know it.
Oh, no one does? Okay. Maximo was basically the follow-up to Ghosts and Goblins.
Oh,
and
interesting.
It was a PS2 series game that was like really fun and very intriguing. Like, and they did 2 games and then they just stopped. And it's like, why not just bring it back, man? Bring back something fucking weird from your past.
I mean, I play Ghosts and Goblins, got my ass kicked a million times, and I like doing that in Souls games, so maybe.
Yeah. You should try. I mean, like, if you can get a PS2 like emulator or just play it on PS2.
No, I just figured like RGB with your, you're into retro way more than we are, and Capcom's always doing, the street. Are you psyched at all about Street Fighter? Is that a thing you're into, the new one?
Here and there. It's definitely with the kind of the additions that they've been doing, where you can bring back additional characters if you buy kind of the advanced version or the deluxe version, that makes it a little bit interesting. But I haven't been into a Street Fighter game probably since Street Fighter 3, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. I played a little bit of Street Fighter 5. It's a good game, but it's not exactly like something I'm seeking out.
Yeah, I think there's those fighting game communities that are all about that, and I'm not.
Oh, of course.
I'm not really a fighting game guy either, but it looks impressive.
I like the story mode aspect of it. It seems like there's kind of like a wander around, do things kind of mode to it. So.
Wander around and do things. My favorite kind of game.
Yeah, man.
You got 3 out of 4, Ryan.
Hell
and
yeah.
Blue and RGB. You guys, when I'm asking these questions, either of you can shout out the answer or at the same time in unison if you're lucky. And
Can we get double points if we
celebrate.
both get it?
I think that would be fair.
Ryan says
It's not
sure.
going to happen because
Sure,
I'm terrible at this.
man, whatever.
All right, here we go. I thought I read this headline last year, but alas, Todd Howard has revealed that blank will be released on my birthday, September 6th. Starfield. After weeks of hearing about Sony being frightened of the Activision acquisition, Microsoft has offered them a deal to put blank on PS Plus for 10 years.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
10 years into this Nintendo game's lifespan, the new DLC drop has revealed spaces for 5 upcoming new characters in blank.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, the new Resident Evil CG film presented at Capcom Showcase will apparently explain the mystery of why Jill Valentine doesn't blank.
Oh, Jesus.
Last one's
Well, I
always
guess
a
I
tricky
should have
one.
watched it.
You have any guess, Ryan?
Oh,
Either Ryan?
Yep.
you go, man. I have no clue.
The answer is age.
Oh,
Apparently, in this new film,
Oh, really?
they're going to have a canon lore story
That was
reason.
the thing that needed addressing.
Yes, yeah.
I didn't even realize she wasn't aging.
She's not,
Like,
apparently, because they want her to be young, hot Jill Valentine or something. Who knows? But everyone else in the game is aging, and she's apparently the T virus makes her stay at like 23 years old.
Can they give Leon the T virus?
I thought Leon. Wait, I was
Asking
gonna
for a
say
friend.
like Leon didn't look like he was aging at all, was he?
I think they are getting a little bit more, and she's just looks like still like
All
a
right.
little doll. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Thanks, Capcom.
Starfield on my birthday. How about that?
Congrats, man. You did it.
Phantom Pain also came out on my birthday, so that's a good omen.
You're 2 for 2 right now.
It's one of my favorite games, so hopefully that means Starfield is also amazing.
I think that so from what I've seen from chat and other articles, that the game's been finished for a while and they've just been cleaning up for about a year. So that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we'll get a
because the original
game.
date was November 11th or something.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a nice polished game.
Yeah, because they're known for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I'm like, I mean, it's probably going to have bugs, but like hopefully not as much bugs as like Skyrim when it first hit. So
I don't think Fallout 4 wasn't delayed at all. They came out and did that big showcase and it came out on time. It seems like maybe this time they're realizing their, the 76 debacle and their, history of having buggy games. So they took a whole year to make it, maybe it'll be a smooth launch for a Bethesda game finally.
I'm applauding them for that. That's awesome.
Amazing. Call of Duty, from what I understood from hearing about this news story, is that the offer they gave to Sony was to put Call of Duty on PS Plus, meaning a subscription service. So they would have to have it on a Game Pass-like thing, which puts them in a position. It's like either we have Call of Duty and we like build on this Game Pass-like model for PlayStation, which it doesn't seem like they want to do.
Yeah, but then, of course, the headlines were coming out this week that Jim Ryan apparently privately told people that he doesn't care if they get Call of Duty or not. He just wants to stop the deal at any cost. So
Oh,
Interesting. Yeah, that's been going
scandalous.
scandalous. If people like Call of Duty, I'm happy that you're happy about this game.
on. I think
Happy for
It
you.
is. Every time someone's like, Call of Duty, what are they going to do with it? My eyes can't go further back in my head. Like, I do not care. I do not care.
I'll jump into a war zone every once in a while. It can be a fun time with friends.
That's a battle royale, like, doesn't matter game.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
You play all the Mario Kart DLCs as they come out, right?
Yeah. I love them.
Did you notice the 5 blank character slots?
No, I did not. But I thought that they were adding a few. I know, like, I think Birdo is going to be one of the characters they were adding.
Did that not already happen?
Yeah, she came out earlier this week.
Oh, okay, cool.
There you go.
This past Thursday, we got 2 new cups, and we got Birdo, and she's actually pretty good.
Oh,
I've been playing with her all weekend.
God dang it, I gotta play. Hold on a sec, guys. Pause the podcast. I need to go to 2 cups.
So of the 5 blank that any Nintendo character in the world, or maybe even they don't really put non-Nintendo people in Mario Kart like a Smash thing, but who would you like to see in a Mario Kart?
Well, no, they had Link's in Mario Kart.
Well, yeah, and they've got the Inklings.
Yep.
Yeah, so, I was thinking like non-Nintendo, like how Snake is in Smash.
Oh, you want non-Nintendo?
Right.
Like, okay.
Well, sure, dream big.
Maybe Banjo-Kazooie? I mean, even though that's Microsoft owned, I guess, so that's not technically Nintendo.
I like that answer.
Conquer?
The remaining 4 slots are going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all 4 of them.
Oh my God, yeah. But like all 4 of them are in one cart.
They're already in the Nickelodeon kart racer, which
That's
forgive
true.
me for bringing up.
No. It wasn't that I heard good things about it, actually. Is it
Really?
is it
From
not?
who?
I talk to myself a lot. And I have told myself that it is a good game. Thank you very much.
It's actually 5 slots, so it'd be
Why
the
do
4
you lie to
turtles.
yourself?
And
Why do you like to? That's what I say in the mirror every day.
there's a slot for Casey Jones as well, because there's a 5th. So there you go.
Casey Jones.
Or Splinter.
What about Splinter, Krang, Shredder?
Any of them.
Don't want to play any of the bad guys?
Hey, is that everything? Yeah, I already talked about Jill Valentine not aging. So you guys tied in the news game, and Tim's not here, and we're fine with ties when Tim's not here. Yeah.
I love it, man. I love that you're on the same page with that than me.
I just don't feel like looking up a tiebreaker.
Exactly.
We got other games to play.
Exactly.
Hey now.
Games about games are fun and all, but what about essays about games? You're right, it's not as fun. But over on The Game Essayist, I make videos about all the latest and greatest games that interest me, like Octopath 2's best mechanic, and a secret connection in Resident Evil 4 Remake. For all that and more, head on over to The Game Essayist on YouTube.
I have a question for all of you.
Huh?
Are you smarter than a Leet Gamer? On a weekly basis, we strive to prove our superior gaming intellect. One of us will try to outsmart the rest with our own unique brand of gaming trivia. This week, it's me, Kenny, who shall present the categories and questions, and my co-hosts and our lovely guests here will bravely attempt to match wits. Here are the categories. First category, positive ID. In this game, I'm going to give you 3 titles of a video game. You're going to tell me which one is the correct title. You have to reach into your memory. You'll see when we get there. It'll be fun. And then Google Foo, we have played before, which is Google search results. I'm going to give you 4 of them when I type in something like "is Mario," and Google fills out the rest, and you got to tell me which one is the highest search result. And the last one, my favorite this week, is called Acapower Up, which is acapella jams.
Oh,
a lot of these are startup screens for consoles, which you'll tell me what console it is. All of these are from a YouTube channel called MayTree, which does acapella jams of video game stuff. Most of them are startup screens. There's some other, well, I'll tell you if it's not a startup screen, but that's what we're doing now. So I'm going to roll a die and see who goes first. Here we go. Bam.
I thought you were going to be singing for us. Now I'm disappointed.
Can you do that? Can you do the singing for us instead?
I thought about doing a game where I have to do something like the Bowser laugh and you have to guess what it is, but or any sound effect and the person has to do it.
Can you real quick do the PS1 startup screen sound?
Oh boy. No, it's hard. I don't know.
What the fuck?
That's really tough.
My PS1 is haunted.
That might be in this game, and they'll probably do it way better than me. So we'll find out. So Blue is going to go first. According to this die roll, positive ID, Google Foo, or Acapower Up.
Google Foo.
Google Foo. By the way, each of these categories, it's possible to get 2 points. In Google Foo, if you get this right, you get 2 points. In Acapower Up, if you get it right on the acapella jam, you get 2 points. If you want to play the original sound, you can get 1 point there. And then,
interesting.
Yeah, so here we go.
I like it.
Google Foo. Which of these is the highest searched result? Is Mario Italian? Is Mario in Donkey Kong? Is Mario Lopez sick? Or is Mario fat? Is Mario Italian in Donkey Kong, Lopez sick, or fat?
I'm very concerned for Mario Lopez right now.
I'm going to guess, is Mario Italian?
I'm sorry, it's Ms. Mario in Donkey Kong, apparently. Yeah, how about that? Now, I'll tell you right now that Google Foo is the category that's a little bit of a crapshoot.
Real quick, Kenny, can you select the Is Mario Lopez sick and just see what it's going to? I'm just curious if I'm missing some bit of news about Mario Lopez.
Okay, here we go. Top of Google, Mario Lopez health update. As of now, host and actor Mario Lopez appears fine and has not been affected by his childhood illness, which has always been a positive sign for him and his fanatics.
Oh, thank you, Mario Lopez. Okay, that's good. That's good news.
That's in big, bold letters
God
at the top of
damn,
Google.
dude, you got me worried.
Apparently, okay.
Right.
So we'll say in the digital chair, that will be blue there, and RGB will be here. So RGB, you are next. The categories are positive ID, Google Foo, or Akka Power Up.
Let's go with positive ID.
Positive ID. I'm going to read you three things. Tell me which one is correct. Paper Mario in the 1,000-Year Door. Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door.
Oh, that's good.
The third one.
The third one is
The
correct. Paper Mario,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
1,000-Year
Yeah.
Door.
They just get right to it. They just get right to it.
GG.
Oh,
I
that
was
is
questioning myself on that one hard.
Yeah, these are tricky, and that's 2 points because that's the way I made this
You
game.
want to keep
so here
track
we
of it,
go.
bud?
No, I can't. I
Okay.
just needed a pencil.
Okay,
I
there
have
you
the
go.
pencil now. RGB has a 2.
All
Here we
right.
go to Ryan now.
I want to do that acapella, man.
Acapella. Like I said, the
Rock
first
me acapella.
bunch of these are going to be startup screens.
Carmen San Diego, no one?
This is a startup screen for a console. Tell me the console. Here we go. It's a short one. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Hold on, do it again. Ha-na-na-na-na-na-na. So,
For 1 point, I could play you the original.
all right, play me the original.
All right.
That was so much more helpful.
This is a tough one to start off. They get easier. It's a mix of tough and hard. Tough and easy.
It sounds so familiar.
Doesn't it?
I'm going to say Game Boy, though. I don't think that's right.
Original?
That's a hint.
I'll just say no. That's the DS.
Oh, God, dude.
You can't just say Game Boy and get all of them because I have a bunch of different ones in
I
there.
haven't booted up a DS in so long. Yeah.
What are you
all
going to do?
right.
All right, Blue, which one do you want? Google Foo. I forgot my names. Positive ID or Akka Power Up?
I'll try positive ID.
Positive ID. Which one of these is correct? Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Kirby in the Rainbow Curse. Kirby : the Rainbow Curse.
Kirby and.
Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. That is 2 points for Blue. RGB. Positive ID. Google Foo. Akka Power Up.
Let's go with Google Foo.
Google Foo. Why does Toad hate Luigi? Why does Toad wear a diaper? Why does Toadette turn into Peach? Why does Toad wear a hat?
Oh, they're all so good.
I know. I have a lot of questions I want
I think
answered
if
now.
it was me, I would definitely go, where's a hat? Just
So
because
again,
of the...
they're Toad hate Luigi, Toad wear a diaper, Toadette turn into Peach, and Toad wear a hat.
I'm going to go with Toadette turned into Peach.
Absolutely correct, RJ.
no way.
Yeah, there you go. How about that?
All right, let's keep
Just
this.
seemed like this most random.
Let's keep this
Lucky.
acapella game going, man. I'm bound to get one, right?
All right, here we go.
Not really.
Another short one.
What the fuck? All right, give me the original.
All right, here we go.
Oh, Game Boy Advance. That does not sound at all like the Game Boy Advance. That acapella play that
Yeah.
acapella again.
You know what? I think I screwed it up. I'll give it to you because the file names are too close to each other. This is the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's Game Boy Advance.
I'm going to give it to you because I played the wrong one, and we'll just get rid of that one. Oh, good job, Ryan. 2 points for you. All right.
What was that other one then?
It was
Play the original.
Original Game Boy. This is original Game Boy. Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that.
I don't
I
think
play
that's
original
safe.
Game Boy all the time.
This is original Game Boy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Nintendo button, your thing scrolls down to the center, and then it
Yes,
makes
you're
that
very
sound.
smart. All right, next.
Thank you.
Blue. Positive ID, Google Foo, or Power Up.
Well, I've done the other two, so I kind of feel like I should do the acapella. But
Do
then,
it.
I mean,
I believe in you,
get it
Blue.
wrong.
I believe in you.
All right.
Let's try it. Here we go.
Hear this weird acapella version.
Oh, yeah. Easy. This is good.
So I guess I feel stupid then.
Well,
You can
I'll
hear
give
the
you a
original
hint.
for,
it was the one that I told Kenny to emulate at the beginning.
That's a good hint.
I already wasn't paying attention.
No.
I can play it for you again, or I can play the original for 1 point.
PlayStation.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Okay.
The PlayStation.
In my defense, I've never owned an original PlayStation.
Let's hear the original, what it sounds like. Epic.
I really
Takes
do
me
think
back.
it's such an epic intro. Yeah.
Such a low note. It's almost, the brown note. All right. RGB, which category would you like?
Let's go with acapella.
Acapella, here we go.
And that's a startup for a console, correct?
It's the menu music for a Zelda game.
It sounds like it.
Mew, 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 mew.
I can play the original if you want for 1 point, or I can play this again.
One more time.
Here we go.
I love it.
All right, let's play the original.
It's kind of a tough one. Here we go.
It does sound like it's a game theme.
It does.
It does.
And it does sound like Link. Honestly, like Legend of Zelda.
Yeah,
stuff.
no, that's totally Zelda music.
It sounds like almost 8-bit, so I'm going to go with like Sega Master System or something like that.
It is.
Hold on. Is it the Famicom?
It's the Famicom. Yeah.
It's the original
Famicom.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember they had like the better sounding opening than Nintendo did.
And did Nintendo even have an opening? The game just started, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't have an
Correct.
opening. Yeah.
Correct.
Ryan,
All right.
what would you like?
Let's do the title thing.
The positive ID.
Positive ID.
A boy and his blob. Trouble in Blobonia. Trouble on Blobonia. Trouble with Blobonia.
What was the first one?
Trouble in Blobonia.
I'll
trouble
say that
on
one.
Blobonia.
In
Trouble
blah, 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 blah.
in Blobonia is wrong. It's trouble on Blobonia.
Why would it be on and not in?
Because he's on the planet. That's where he's at.
But
It's all
you're
right.
in the planet.
Blue, positive ID, Google Foo, or Aka Power Up.
I'll circle back around to Google Foo.
Google Foo. Foo, foo, foo. Is PlayStation better than Xbox? Is PlayStation Network down? Is PlayStation Nintendo? Is PlayStation Plus worth it?
I feel like two
That
of
third
those.
one is every mom ever.
Right.
Is PlayStation Nintendo?
So better.
I'm going to guess,
Yeah, go ahead.
is PlayStation better than Xbox?
It is Network down.
Yeah, I was going to say
Dang it.
network down because that has to
It does
be.
happen,
It's
yeah.
so down all the time.
RGB.
Let's go with ID.
ID.
I do. Little Nemo, Dream Master. Little Nemo, a Dream Master. Little Nemo, the Dream Master.
It's got to be the Dream Master.
Correct. Hey, now.
Amazing.
Score update. RGB has 6, Blue has 4, and Ryan has 2 as we move over to
Yeah.
Ryan again.
Let's do acapella.
Acapella jams. Here we go.
That would be
It's done
GameCube.
so well.
GameCube,
Yeah,
correct.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, there's
that
some good
was,
ones in
that
here.
was good.
Yeah, I played the short ones
I'm
early on. but-
surprised you didn't go for the alternate version of the GameCube startup screen and try to fuck with me.
I thought about it. Okay. Blue, you're next.
Positive ID.
Positive ID. Here we go. Double Dragon 3, Sacred Stones. Double Dragon 3, the Sacred Stones. Double Dragon 3, the Sacred Stone. Sacred Stones, the Sacred Stones, the Sacred Stone.
I hate every bit of what you just said, man.
freaking heck. The second one.
It is the second one.
Nice.
Yeah. That would be...
Which one was that?
The Sacred Stones.
Stones, plural.
Yeah.
They had multiple stones. Okay.
RGB,
Yeah.
where you want to go?
Let's do acapella.
Oh, yes, let's do it. Here we
Oh,
go.
yes.
Bam.
It will be mine. Oh, that's interesting. I honestly have no idea what that one is.
Oh my God.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't place it.
You can get the OG if you please.
I please.
All right.
Oh, please. It's got to be like one of those stupid 3DO shit things.
Yeah. Oof. Gonna go with the Neo Geo.
This is the Nintendo 64. Believe
That's
it or
why I
not.
didn't get it.
There's an
That one
N64
specifically for him.
startup screen.
Yeah, it is. That's the startup screen.
What?
Believe it or not, Ryan,
Oh, man,
it is
I
your
had
go.
No idea. Let's do acapella still.
All right.
I feel like that's the only one I can do. Oh, I think they just had a stroke. Oh, that ending.
Yeah, that ending is a clue.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah. Pulling it out.
Well
Amazing.
done.
That ending, yeah, you're right, Blue. Like that bloop at the end is like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Like I had
that's right.
suspicions, and then I was like, okay, yeah.
Yep.
All right, Blue, what would you like?
I'm going to go back to positive ID.
All right.
I'm having success there.
Here we go. Punch hyphen out 1 exclamation point. Punch hyphen out 2 exclamation points. Or punch out no hyphen exclamation
Oh
point.
my god, you fucker.
I actually know this one, which is sad.
It's punch hyphen out 2 exclamation
That
points.
is correct.
They
All
really
right.
want to emphasize it's a punch out.
It is indeed. All right. RGB.
Google Foo. Let's do it.
Why do video games make me dizzy? Why do video games make me angry? Why do video games cost so much? Why do video games make me sleepy?
It's got to be angry.
It is absolutely angry.
Amazing. People with anger problems asking these.
Those were all actual choices. That's interesting.
Why do video games make me sleepy?
RGB and Blue are tied at 8 right now, and Ryan is at 6. Ryan, your go.
Let's acapellas. Yeah, just keep it going, man.
All right, man.
Let's ride it.
This one is not a startup screen. Are you ready?
Oh boy.
It's from a game. Just tell me the game.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Why is it that
Every time I pick my nose,
it's
full of
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild?
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
I was trying to
nicely
think if
done.
it was Skyward Sword or Breath of the Wild. I couldn't remember.
Let's hear that original. All right. For fun.
But I remember that Breath of the Wild uses a lot of piano.
Yes, you remember
And
things.
so, like, that's...
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Kenny. You finally praised me, guys.
You're like,
That's all I was looking for, Dad. I mean, Kenny.
I'll try the Google Foo again. Even though I've been
Alrighty.
striking out.
why is Link so hot? Why is Link left-handed? Why is Link mute? Why is Link a wolf in Twilight Princess?
Why is Link mute?
It's believe it or not, it
Left-handed?
is. Why is Link a wolf in Twilight Princess? That is the
Oh my
number
gosh.
one search
But
thing.
What is wrong with
Just play
people?
the
Why is Link?
game.
Yeah.
If you played the game, then you'll know.
Yeah, that's a good call.
You don't even need
RGB.
to look it up.
Let's go with ID.
Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom. Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom. Princess Tomato, the Salad Kingdom. In the
I'm glad
Salad...
on wasn't a choice.
She was on the Salad Kingdom.
They got in the Salad Kingdom and the Salad Kingdom or the Salad Kingdom.
I'm actually staring at this so I can answer with some feeling of confidence. It's in the Salad
Yeah, that's correct. You're still, what, it's sitting on your shelf?
Kingdom. It is.
Oh, Aw, dick.
What are you going to do?
Cheater. Cheater.
Just using my resources that are in front of me. That's what's going on.
I'm going to have Google in front of me, man. I'll just look up shit.
Oh, no.
Ryan.
All right. Acapella, man.
Acapella man. Here we go.
Still song or like game?
This is from a game. Yep, here we go.
That was a jam.
God damn it. It's the ending to a game.
You can have the OG if you want. Would probably help.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Oh. I don't know, Bubble.
No, that is when you save the princess in Donkey Kong. Original
Yep.
Donkey Kong. Yeah, there you go.
There was a theme to that.
She is called
I
a
didn't even
princess
know.
in that game, right? Or does she have a name?
No, she's just Pauline.
Pauline, there you go.
right,
That's
yeah.
when you save Pauline in Donkey Kong.
Of course. Everyone knows that.
Blue, which would you like?
Positive ID.
Positive ID. Here we go. Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Zelda 2, Adventures of Link.
One more time.
The Adventures, The Adventure, or Adventures?
The Adventure.
The Adventure is correct.
Amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hey now.
I was trying to picture it on my shelf. It's like, think.
I can't believe in 89 episodes we've never done this kind of game before. You know what I mean? It seems like, yeah.
I mean, it's because we would be terrible. That's why we don't do it.
RGB.
Google Foo.
Yeah, this is the last Google Foo. Here we
Damn,
go.
I was going to do one.
Why is Nintendo Switch not charging? Why is Nintendo eShop so slow? Why is Nintendo so strict? Why is Nintendo 64 called 64?
Ooh. Okay. Could you repeat them one more time?
Nintendo Switch not charging. Nintendo eShop so slow. Nintendo so strict. 64 called 64.
Switch not charging.
Correct, Amundo.
Yep. When all else fails, go for the hardware problem.
That is your
Yeah, I was
choice.
going to say, I think I've Googled that.
RGB has 12, Blue has 10, and Ryan has 8. Here
But I
we
need
go.
to win by honor.
And it's Ryan's turn.
Let's do the ID then. Give it to me, man.
I don't know if you know this game.
Oh, I'm just going to throw
I think
out
I've
a
mentioned
number.
this game
I'm
on the
just
show
gonna give you
before.
a random number.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Tiger space heli. Tiger heli, one word. Tiger hyphen heli.
3. Tiger.
Yeah,
hyphen
that's absolutely
heli.
correct. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic game.
Yeah, I like that game.
I don't know what it is.
It's a helicopter game.
Sure.
Helicopter.
Oh, heli.
Blue.
I guess I'll just serve this game up to Ryan on a platter. Give me the acapella.
All right. Acapella. This is going to be a game. Tell me which game this is.
Oh.
I have no freaking clue.
What the fuck?
Would you like the original?
Yes, please. Oh, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I was never going to get that in a million years.
So that's the cooking
That's the
music
cooking, yeah,
from
yeah.
Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild.
Yep.
You dick,
They
man.
decided to
That is,
acapella that up.
Yeah,
There
that's
you go.
good.
RGB.
Let's go for a tie with Blue. I'll go acapella.
All right. Here we go. What do I got here? This is going to be another console startup.
Wait, how many more console startups do you have? Can I ask for those when I get?
You cannot ask for them. Here we
damn.
go. Ready?
Oh, God.
I think I know what they're going for.
Can have the OG if you'd like.
I think I know what they're
Yeah,
going
let's
for.
let's go with the OG.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, crap. That didn't help.
Virtual Boy.
There's a few
For
in this
real?
game that there's no chance in hell I ever would have gotten, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
So,
Good to make the games, man.
got any guess?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm thinking here. Sega Saturn.
This is the, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right, Satellaview.
Yeah, no one would have gotten that shit, Kenny.
Wow. Oh, he's setting you up.
I will say that makes up for him seeing the answer to one of the questions.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Hey, they did it in the acapella thing, so I thought it was a well-known thing. Maybe not. Maybe they're just.
What is a Satellavision? I've never heard of this.
Satellaview.
Even
Yeah,
better.
it was a satellite game service that you could sign on with your Super Famicom, and it would allow you to download certain games as well as play certain games in like a live competition setting. So
Yeah. So if you want to get real actually about it, it's not a console.
Yeah, I was going to ask, actually, was that a console?
Oh, boy.
All right, let's do ID.
According to the YouTube video, I thought they were doing
was
console
ID
startups.
Was ID still in play?
Yes.
Let's ID it.
UD. Here we go. All right. I got 4 choices for this one.
Fuck.
Sorry.
All right.
It's the only one that has 4 choices because I wanted
Why did it go
to. Here we go.
Like, what the hell?
All right. ActRaiser, one word.
Okay.
RAISER. ActRaiser, one word. RAZER. ActRaiser, 2 words. SER. ActRaiser, 2 words. ZER.
It's the first one, right?
Yeah, it is the first one.
Yeah.
ActRaiser, RAISER. All right. Good job.
That's a game I feel like I should play.
Blue.
Positive ID.
Donkey Kong Country 2. Diddy Kong's Quest. Donkey Kong Country 2. Diddy's Kong Quest. Donkey Kong Country 2. Diddy Kong Quest.
Frick.
The choices are Diddy Kong's Quest, Diddy's Kong Quest, or Diddy Kong Quest.
it's a
Diddy's-
pun, Blue.
Yes, I know. We've made jokes about it before. I'm just trying to remember which way the pun went. Diddy's Kong Quest.
Correct. Diddy's Kong Quest.
What didn't Diddy do? Man.
RGB.
Let's do acapella. And are we sure this one is a console?
I am sure this is a console. All right, here we go.
That's good.
That was good.
Yeah, that is a good one.
It sounds to me like the beginning of like THX when it comes on. It's like
OG for 1 point.
I'm still thinking.
Sure,
Give me
take your time.
Shit.
I edit these shows. It's not hard to edit.
It's the crappiest of the controllers from that console.
It's not N64.
No.
Already did that one.
Very light controller change.
Stop helping him win.
I
It's
just
not helping me. Let's play the original.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm not getting it.
It's very
That's weird.
fancy.
I'll throw out an educated guess or an uneducated guess. Either one.
Apple Pippin.
This is
PS3.
PS3.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah, I have one. I've never played it.
That is the sound
That
of
is fair, man.
that is the sound
so
of you
fair.
have just spent $600. All right.
Blu-ray.
I didn't hate the controller though.
Yeah, I liked it. It was fine. I like all
Oh
the PlayStation
man, what
controls.
what do you guys like about the controller?
I mean, I just always like I
They took
always
out
been a
rumble,
PlayStation guy. So what
didn't
are you gonna
they?
do?
Like, there's no rumble in that controller.
Is that truth?
Yeah, because they.
I guess I never played anything that needed rumble.
Ryan.
Acapella. It's gonna go back to games, isn't it?
Acapella. Here we go. This is a console.
Okay, good. If that's not Super Nintendo, then I have no idea what it is. So Super Nintendo.
Correct.
Amazing.
Super Famicom.
Did SNES have that when it booted, or was it just Famicom?
That's a question.
Okay, well,
No,
look it up later.
SNES doesn't have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So do we
It
give it
just
to
goes
him then?
straight into the
Nah,
game.
you don't.
I think you're well. If you're telling me not to give it to you, then I guess I don't.
I gotta be harsh on myself, man.
Well, yeah, you're right. It is not on the Super Nintendo.
No,
so
it
you
is
lose.
a Super Famicom.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, that's all good. I'll take it.
I was wondering that myself when I made the game, but okay, here we go. Blue. Got a few more left in each of these.
We haven't done the Google one yet, or for a while. So
That one's gone.
That's why we haven't done it.
yeah, because it sucks. But yeah,
Can we do it? Can you just do? I mean, like that one, you could just type in something in Google
That's
search.
true.
Like, why not just do it?
But I got a bunch of these to get
just
to. So
give her one more.
positive ID or acapella jams.
acapella.
What the hell just happened?
One more time.
Good question.
Is that?
I'm gonna need the original.
Yeah, I think that's the. Oh. Is that?
Whatever it is, I've never owned
Wait,
it.
no, play it again. Just listen to the beginning.
Switch, really?
Yeah, that's the Switch. Yeah.
Switch does not have a theme. No way it does.
It's got a startup thing somewhere because they did it in that video. So there you go. Well, either way, you got it. So
Yeah. There you go.
No, you don't even get a snap when you start it up. It just goes to the menu.
That's
you get
true.
A snap when
Like,
you,
I was even thinking, does it even give you a snap at the beginning?
you know what?
I wonder when you first turn on the console, maybe that does that.
That's what
I should have been paying more attention when I very first booted it
Yeah,
up.
I know, right? I wonder if they're like, if Switch had a theme, this is what we should do.
Right.
Like, that's, I mean.
We'll look into that later. RGB.
Let's do ID.
Michael Jackson, Moonwalker. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Michael Jackson hyphen Moonwalker.
It's Michael Jackson's Moonwalker.
Correct.
He owns the moonwalk. It's possessive.
Knows his stuff. Ryan, back to you.
All right, acapella.
Here you are.
That's the Wii.
That is the Wii. Hey, Wii.
Amazing.
Nice.
I've got 2 left in acapella and 3 left in ID. Blue, which one would you like?
ID.
ID, here we go. Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. Metal Gear Solid the Twin Snakes.
I don't really know the first one, maybe.
It is the third one, which is Metal Gear Solid the Twin Snakes. RGB to you.
There's the?
There is a the. Yeah.
There's a the.
Believe it.
Oh.
I'm going to stick with ID because I'm doing terrible on acapella.
Here we go. Pilot Space Wings. Pilot Wings, one word with a capital W. Pilot Wings, one word with a lowercase w.
Lowercase w, one word.
Correct.
Amazing.
That is your category, my friend.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, acapella.
All right. 2 more of these.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Okay.
I love these.
Yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure that's Wii U.
You are pretty sure correct, sir.
Amazing.
Yeah.
See, I would have known that one too because I just turned on my Wii U to see if it was
really?
bricked.
Right.
1 more in acapella, 2 more in ID.
Ooh, we all get one.
To you, Blue.
ID, please.
Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. Prince of Persia, the Sands of Time. Prince of Persia and the Sands of Time.
The Sands of Time.
That is correct. The
Nice.
Sands
Amazing.
of Time.
Nice.
Right on. 1, 2
Good
for
game.
you. And we go to RGB. 1 left in each of these categories, acapella or ID.
Ryan, which one do you want to do?
I will take acapella, but you could steal away from me if you want, and I could try ID.
If you want acapella, I mean, I'm not going to argue with you.
I don't think
He's rocking the ID
I'm not gonna
category.
lie, I don't think I'm gonna win this game. So, yeah, acapella for me if you want to take ID.
Here's your ID. I think you're going to know this one, RGB. Here we go. Hudson's Adventure Island's main character. Is it Master Higgs, Master Higgin, or Master Higgins?
Ooh.
Master Higgs?
I know it's Higgin, but it could be Higgins.
Higgins. Sounds like a
Higgins?
Higgins. That is
Amazing.
correct.
good job, man. There you go. That was worth it then.
Love that.
All right, give me that acapella.
All right, last one. This is a game, not a startup screen. Are you ready?
Oh boy. All right.
Oh.
Ooh, I know this one.
Right. That is when someone dies in. God dang it.
Stop being so sus.
Oh, Among Us.
Among Us.
Thank you.
With the
That
hit
was
from
a hell of a
RGB.
hit.
Amazing.
Yeah. Original.
You know, it's been a minute since I played that game, so I appreciate the hint.
Wow. This has been a barn burner, ladies and
It
gentlemen.
really has, actually. You guys are freaking good.
RGB has won this game by 1 point
No
over
shit.
Blue.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the final?
The scores were 19 RGB, 18 Blue, and Oh, you had 18 as well, Ryan.
Dude,
so there you go.
seriously?
Yeah.
So
You guys crushed. There
Guys,
you go.
that was a good game then.
Everyone check out the channel on YouTube, MayTree, MayTree.
They're really good.
They did all of these acapella songs.
Look at
Hell
that.
yeah. Congratulations, RGB. 1 point. Pull it out.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow.
That was a fun one.
GG, Ryan.
Thank you.
Yeah, you rocked it.
I was sweating.
So what's going on over at Gamers Week right now? I mean, you guys are chugging along. Any events coming up, giveaways, things like that?
Yeah, well, this week we'll actually be giving away a gift card for $50 as part of kind of the listener giveaway option for us. So basically, if you want to participate in it, all you have to do is like and retweet the tweet that we send out on Friday of this week. And if you want 2 more entries, take a picture or screenshot of you listening to the episode and comment on that tweet. And boom, 3 entries.
There you
Increase your odds.
Nice.
We wanted to give away a copy of the Resident Evil 4 remake, but then we couldn't decide what platform, so we just said we'll just step away from that question and give away a gift card.
Episodes recently, any fun topics that you're covering recently? Anything that sticks out to you as a best of Gamers Week recently that people should go check out?
Last episode, we talked about this concept of just, what are some games that are currently out that are modern that would be good for somebody who is a beginner when it comes to video games, somebody who hasn't really had experience with it. What's a good game to get them into this gaming space? And we were kind of reviewing an article and we agreed with some of them and did not agree with some of them.
Right.
The one that I think we thought was odd that they had suggested was The Last of Us Part 1, which I don't think would be a great game for
I've never
somebody who's a
played a
beginner.
video game before in my life, but I want to see people dying by like other people and zombies, and I need to get quick time. What's a QTE? What am I doing here?
I tell you the truth,
I don't know why they're southern,
Where's
but they're
the X
southern.
button?
Yeah, where's the X
Yeah,
button?
yeah.
that was honestly my instinct because recently, I mean, there's people way into the show right now that have expressed interest in the game that aren't gamers just because they're into the story. So that's actually what I thought of first. So I don't know.
Yeah, but then
Really?
they go and play the game if they've never played a video game. And go, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah,
How do I
yeah,
play
exactly.
this?
Some people
The
struggle
rest
with
of the
shooting,
list was like Animal Crossing and Cooking Mama and those kind of casual games. And
Yeah,
they just
cash.
randomly, it was like The Last of Us.
Yeah, Tim just chimed in with Katamari Damacy as a possible contender. I like that. That's a
Oh,
great.
yeah,
That's a great.
interesting.
That's a great one actually because it's super chill. You're just rolling the ball.
My sister doesn't play too many games, but she plays The Sims, and that's about it. And I recently told her to get it. She thought Spiritfarer looked interesting. I think that's a pretty good one, too.
Spiritfarer,
I've heard
yeah.
good things about that.
I'm trying to think because like modern games, I mean, obviously they want to throw as much kind of interesting mechanics in to make it more unique. For me, like I think of platforming when I think of like something to teach a person how to play a game. So like simple, yet like has some interesting platforming mechanics like Hat in Time. I really like, and I do think that if a beginner picked that up, at the very least, they can kind of get the core mechanics of something like that and probably be able to go through it. I think that's a really, whenever I think of beginner, I always go platformer. I would never be like, all right, I'm going to put you in a Call of Duty game. Here we go. You're going to learn. I think that's not the way a beginner gamer should learn how to play a game.
And actually, that makes me think that Yoshi's Crafted World. I didn't think of
that's
that
a good
before.
one.
But if you want to talk about platformers for beginners, that game is
Any
super
Kirby
easy.
game, maybe too.
Yeah.
Like Kirby's a fantastic beginner level game, just because of the ease. But like, there's strategy to it, and once you start getting used to the strategy, it gets way more in depth. So yeah,
It seems like pretty much anyone can play Mario Kart.
Yeah, that was also a point of discussion
You
on the
put it,
show.
you put it on like the lowest, and you don't battle against anyone else. And you put the, I would definitely like if they were learning, put the like bumper or whatever they call it, like the lane assist on there that they have for the 8, and just let them go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's good, but like if you're like, oh, I'm going to teach you how to do the drift charge and all that, that's really tough for a beginner to understand.
And I think one of our takeaways too was avoid multiplayer as much as possible.
Correct.
If you're a new gamer, because there are plenty of games out there that if you weren't playing multiplayer, they're fine. They're perfectly
I also
acceptable.
think
They're
that,
easy to learn.
Puzzles, any adventure game like maybe Treasure Island or Monkey Island or whatever, like any of those games, because like it doesn't really take much other than it's like solving a puzzle. So like if you can solve puzzles, then you can play the game. You don't really need to know like quick controls or QTEs or anything like that to be able to play it. So those are usually really good too.
Do any of you have actual like non-gamers in your life that you have recommended a game to get into gaming?
Yeah, totally. One of the things that I talked about on the show is getting together with my family, my sisters and my parents, and none of them game. I'm the only one. So when they look at me and said, what game should we all play together? Then I'll usually go something like Mario Party or this past summer we all played Overcooked together, which was really fun.
Yeah.
I just bought the new Mario Party when we were in Vegas, and I still have yet to play it, and I want to.
Well, good thing that you bought it, though.
We had other things to do in Vegas.
Yeah. It's like, we're in Vegas, buy Mario Party and play that.
What episode of Gamers Week are you guys on?
63. Yeah.
63, okay. We're approaching the 100.
Yeah, we're getting near that 100, and it's going to be that like sweet spot of like, all right, like, what do we do? Do we go to season 2?
We thought about that before. That just complicates things as far as logistics and I don't know.
We do like what a big show does when they go to season 2. You age everyone up and you do something different. Like Reboot. Did anyone watch that show? That's what they did in season 2. Reboot. Yeah. They went all.
I get it. Replaced Ryan with a new cast member.
Yeah,
that's standard things.
Just don't mention it. Just act like it's totally normal.
I had a 100-episode contract, so once that's over, I'm actually free. I'm chained to the desk right now. This is kind of how this has been working. So I'll be free.
Indentured servitude.
Yeah, exactly.
Our listeners and patrons are incredible. We love you guys. Thank you so much for clicking and listening to this episode. And we're really happy to be a part of your lives. So I'm glad we can continue to, I think we're all glad we can continue to entertain you guys and bring you some laughs, bring you some joy, and bring you some trivia in your day-to-day. We got an offer for you content creators out there. Our Patreon has a limited quantity, count it, 1 Leet sponsorship tier remaining. You can sponsor our weekly Random Game 2 segment, which, let me tell you guys, is going to be worth sponsoring. Sign up and we'll get your name out there and your content out to all of our amazing listeners. And for more info, you can check out patreon.com/theleetist. You know who did check out patreon.com/theleetist? Our amazing patrons! The Let's Play Princess, Michael Hughes, Megawatt, Exa Heath, Darth Stridius, Appley Dubs, I Wrote This, Ross Varner, Zach, huge thanks to you. Retro Game Brews, Smooth Shot, my coordinator, Kyle Prime, Lemons, Andrew Morris, Brandon Walls, Andy, aka Hobby Time 168, my amazing brother, Isaac, Addy, Connor Mechanic, and of course, our super sponsor, the Game SAS. Make sure to check out the link to his YouTube channel in the show notes. You guys are amazing. You're the real MVPs. We adore you, and we love you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts. You are truly elite. Patrons of the Leetist can get access to all kinds of goodies from us, including show shoutouts, bonus episodes, experimental content, game transcripts, and whatever else we can think of. Your funds help us with upkeep, equipment upgrades, prizes and merch, the Spanish Inquisition, and more. For additional info about becoming a patron of the show, again, you can check us out at patreon.com/theleetist.
For just $3, you can get the show earlier than everyone else, late Monday nights when I get done editing it, or sometimes early Monday nights, depending on when I get done. And access to the bonus shows, because we do a extra bonus. mini-sode every week. So come get an extra 30 minutes of the latest every week, along with your patron friends on the Patreon.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Come get it.
Thank you.
You're going to love it. We guarantee. All right, well, we just played a game, so why don't we play another game?
That's what we do here.
Hey, let's play 3 Lives.
3 Lives. 3 Lives.
3 Lives is a game where it's you guys versus me. The way the game works is I'm going to give you obscure knowledge or information about a game, and I'm going to give you one piece at a time. One of you guys will have to answer the question after discussing amongst yourselves. If you get it correct, you'll get 3 points. If you get it wrong, that person dies who asked to answer that and will not be able to participate in any more of the conversation for that specific game. I will get a point point if someone dies. So basically, if all three of you die, I get 3 points. If all three of you live, you'll get 3 points. Or if there's any difference, I get the difference between the points. Makes sense, people?
It's an easy one.
It's an easy one. All right. So the way this works is we start very obscure, but it's good conversation topics. So let's go ahead and start this with the release date. So for this game, the release date in North America was November 17th, 2009.
Oh, boy.
So you guys talked amongst yourselves.
Yeah, 2009. Can either of you guys think of a game that came out in 2009 to begin with?
That is definitely not my forte.
What?
That was a long time ago. I barely remember last week.
When did Galaxy 2 come out? Wasn't Galaxy 1 like 2007? That means Galaxy 2 could be 2009, possibly. I mean, I can just say Galaxy 2 and die, but it would leave you guys to get the rest. But you'll get another fact.
I don't have a better guess.
You have a better guess? Or you don't?
I don't have a better guess.
Okay. I'll die then. I'll leave it to them.
All right.
Galaxy 2.
You are dead, Kenny. You are so fucking dead. You don't even know it. All right. So Kenny is dead. He can no longer participate in this. I'm going to give you guys the next bit of information. The publisher was Ubisoft.
Oh, so likely it's an Assassin's Creed.
Okay. I got nothing to add to that.
Assassin's Creed 2.
Is that what you're going for, Blue?
That's the final answer.
That is correct. It's Assassin's Creed 2.
Wow.
Good job, Blue.
Didn't I sound super confident? I knew it the whole
You
time.
sure did. You sounded like you knew that all along, and you just wanted Kenny to die in the beginning.
I really did not.
It was just
Darn it, you caught me.
As you were saying it, I didn't think it was correct. I thought it was going to be like, no, I guess that makes sense. Syndicate and Brotherhood were later.
So
Yeah,
you
I guess
guys
you're
have
right,
2 points, and I have 1. Hey, this is how the game works.
All right, I'm back. I'm alive again.
Back. All right. This one, release date, September 14th, 2004.
Oh, God. What year did the GameCube come out? That was 2002?
2000, I think it came out.
2000?
Mm-hmm.
How far into the GameCube's life did Sunshine come out?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a launch title, so that might be a good guess.
I think it was later, yeah. Do you want to say it, Blue?
Yeah, Sunshine. I'll throw myself on the sword.
She throws herself on the sword and right through the gut. Oh no, Blue's dying.
Oh, I actually got my stab and scream sound effect.
Yeah, we can do that. That works for the deaths.
Yeah, sure.
All right, fantastic. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you the next bit of information, which is the developer was several, but one of the big ones, probably is the biggest hint for you, is Lionhead Studios.
Oh. Am I an idiot and my instinct thinking, wait a minute. Maybe I am an idiot. This is 2004?
2004.
Yes, I am indeed an idiot.
When I heard Lionhead, I just thought of Fable for some reason, but isn't that them? Am I
I don't know.
Fable, final answer.
But I can say it since clearly I'm not helping here, so I will
are you
gladly
saying-
sacrifice myself.
Who's saying Fable?
All right, go ahead, RGB.
I'm going to say Fable.
And as you run towards that sword, you pick it up because you're triumphant. It is Fable.
Oh,
Yeah.
well done. Well done.
I pulled that developer out of my ass.
Good job, guys. Lionhead Studios, Peter Molyneux.
Yeah, there you go, yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a name I've heard before.
Yes, he is a name.
Apparently, you should listen to your ass more.
All right, guys. Next one. Release date, February 11th, 1999.
Lord, man.
What was the month?
February 11th,
February, got it.
1999.
So
It's not Dreamcast because 99.99.
Right.
And
good logic there.
64 was 90. I mean, like GoldenEye was like 97, 98, right?
Right.
So 99. What about like Majora's Mask?
My favorite is everyone's instinct is immediately to go to Nintendo.
I was trying to think what PlayStation was doing at that time.
Immediately to Nintendo.
Yeah, okay, 99 PlayStation.
I'm going to play nice with you guys because I like you guys. It is not a Nintendo game.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
99.
Yeah, that's pre-Xbox, so it's got to be PlayStation then, right? Probably.
I would think so. 99 PlayStation game. 98 was Resident Evil, the first one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also the first.
And Silent Hill was before that, so
Silent Hill 2?
Crash or what's Tomb Raider doing? I don't know.
Tomb Raider.
Spyro, maybe.
Kind of like Silent Hill 2.
Sure.
I'll do it. Silent Hill 2, final answer.
Oh, Kenny. No, the sword. Ah! Oh, poor Kenny. Kenny thought he could grab the sword.
I'm a
but
ghost.
Yeah, he's a ghost. All right. I'm going to change things up a bit and give you the genre of the game instead of the developer. It is a role-playing game.
Ooh.
February 11th, 1999, role-playing game.
And it's not Nintendo. Okay.
Not Nintendo.
If it's not Final Fantasy, then I don't know. There were
Maybe
so many weird role-playing games on PlayStation.
Maybe there was a Dragon Quest game.
You said it wasn't Nintendo.
Well, that's Square Enix, right?
Was Dragon Quest ever on PlayStation?
I think so. Yeah, it was on PlayStation 2, if I remember right.
Okay, well. If you want to go with Dragon Quest, I have no better guess besides Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I just gotta remember. No, I'm thinking like Dragon Quest, the ones that were on PlayStation 2 were obviously after 99, though.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is Final Fantasy. Could it be 9 or
10,
8?
Well, 10 was 01, so...
So Final Fantasy 9. That's why I'm going to go with it. Run it on the sword.
You're running at 9?
Yep.
And 9 slashes you down.
Oh, no, don't leave me here like this.
You're bleeding out. And Blue stares at your dead body. And here's one final piece of information. Blue. It is published by Square.
Oh, boy.
By Square. Something besides Square.
Oh, I think he said it is by
It's
Square,
published
right?
by Square.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yeah, so... Chrono Cross?
And another person comes up and goes, hey, I got a friendly hint for you. I'm being very nice. Don't go down that junction.
Oh, Final Fantasy 8.
There you go.
Oh, it is Final Fantasy VIII.
Nice.
Yes,
All
it is
right,
Final
all right.
Fantasy VIII.
That's what I was thinking the whole time since I died, to tell you the truth. I figured that 7 was 97. So
Yep.
8,
Yep. 8 was 1999 because 9 came out right at the tail end of the PlayStation and the PS2 was coming out like later that month, or it may have came out at the same time.
That don't bingo.
It does.
So we were all right around it. We just guessed the wrong one.
Yep.
Hovering.
All right, guys. Next one. This is a North American release, July 15th, 1989.
Oh. So I think that is probably a hint that it came out in Japan before that.
Well, it's got to be Nintendo at that time frame.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Didn't.
And then it later, just to give you 2, because it does provide 2. I guess it dropped early, and then the official release
I
was.
think with all these, even before you say that, I'm thinking this is Mario 3, but go ahead.
It says February 12th, 1990 as well. So
Okay.
Well, Mario 3 was 92.
Yeah.
I
Was
think. Yeah. 91, 92, because I think it was about 10.
Yeah, it has two. It says July 15, 1989, but for North America, but it also says February 12th, 1990. So I think there was like a semi-release or at least a slight release and then a full release.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure I've looked up these dates before for games. So I'm pretty sure that Mario 3 was announced and in the Wizard movie in 89 and then came out in 90. I think.
I'll trust you on that then.
Well, since I have some confidence in this, so I'm just I'll fall on the sword if it's wrong.
So you're running
Mario
at the sword?
3, final answer.
Oh, Kenny's running at the pointy end of the sword. Sword is staring right back at him. Kenny goes, "Not today, sword." Kicks it down. It is Mario 3.
I knew I looked that up.
Wow. We must be thinking Mario World then.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Good job,
I'm pretty sure
Kenny.
the Wizard was 89.
And I know that you actually have done the dates for this one. That's why I added it, because I'm like, this will be something that he'll be able to
getting an education.
Yeah. All right. Next one, guys.
I was actually thinking Game Boy Super Mario Land, but that didn't come out until like the end of July of 89. So good job.
I was surprised to see that it came out in 89 when I saw that before.
All right.
It was like
next one, September 28th, 1998.
Here we go. September 98.
Well, it's not Final Fantasy VIII.
Then it's not Final Fantasy 7.
Could that be Metal Gear Solid?
Wasn't that 97 too?
I get these mixed up because Final Fantasy 7 and Metal Gear Solid were
and
two.
Specifically, it's the North American release.
Were two
just
different
letting you know.
years, and one was 97 and one was 98, and I can't remember which was which. I think Final Fantasy 7 was 97 and Metal Gear was 98. I think. You guys have any better answers?
No.
Metal Gear Solid, final answer.
All right, Kenny, that sword you've been fucking dominating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it cuts you down.
Damn it.
No. All right, guys. Next, I'm going to give you the platform.
Oh, boy.
Technically ran on 2, but we're going to give you the one that originally came out on a Game Boy.
Oh.
Game Boy.
Oh.
Boy. 1998.
Pokemon?
Ooh, yeah. No, but
Pokemon.
Is that your ultimate response?
Pokemon.
Blue looks at the sword and goes, "My fallen friend, what have you done?" And picks up the sword. She got it. It's blue and red. Pokemon Blue and Red.
See, I think in this game it's pretty necessary to sacrifice the first one.
Yeah, a lot of
Sometimes you got to
get lucky,
sacrifice,
though.
but the part of the strategy is who you sacrifice because some people have more knowledge than others.
Truth.
All right, so
Because I would not have gotten Pokemon.
I do have only one more, but if we want to go longer, I can just keep doing these.
Let me look at what time.
That's why I didn't do them long.
I knew my
like,
game
a
was
lot
long.
of discussions takes a while in this game.
I knew you were doing this game, so I made mine chunkier, and we're already at an hour 10.
Okay,
So I think
so
we're fine.
this will be the last one.
Yeah, sure.
All right. North American release, June 30th, 1997.
North American?
There were so many games in 97.
Right.
I don't know. Symphony of the Night?
That would be one that probably came out in Japan before that. It is a guess. That sounds reasonable.
All right. Symphony of the Night.
Oh, no, that sword. Ugh. Right at Blue. My God. She's bleeding out.
All right, let's hear it. Let's do it.
All right, next one. Publisher, Nintendo.
Nintendo.
What was the date again? June 97?
June 30th, 1997.
Right, okay. RGB, do you have any clue? 97 was the launch year of 64, is that right?
No, I think it was 96, but
Maybe you're right.
my thought was maybe Star Fox 64.
Ryan loves Star Fox. I mean,
I know it got released in the summer of 97. At least I believe so. I'm starting to question that.
Since you are the guest, I'll give you the honor of being stranded on the island alone without me as I die. And I say Star Fox 64, final answer.
As you run towards the sword, Kenny, RGB goes, Star Fox 64, and you go, for Star Fox, and you pick it up and it's right.
Yeah.
That is Star Fox 64. Guys, with
Nice one.
12-6, you stomped me, but it was fun because your guys' knowledge is always impressive.
There we
you
go.
guys win 3 lives.
Hell yeah. You saved me many
That
a
was
time.
awesome. I love that.
Perfecto.
Yeah, GG, everyone.
3 lives is like one of our favorite ones to do just because it's like, it gives you like, it goes from really hard to like, as soon as you narrow it down, it's like, oh, yeah, it's this.
We do not always win that game either.
But your logic deductions are just so fun to listen to, honestly. It's like, well, Star Fox came out in summer of 1997. It's like, Jesus, who remembers that?
I didn't know that, yeah.
RGB is Mr. Pedantic over in our Discord, so yeah, he's good at this stuff.
We've got a few minutes left here, so we can go around the circle and talk about our flavor of the week. Flavor of the week. Flavor of the week is when we go around and talk about one thing from the week that we're psyched about in media usually, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a game, a movie, a TV show, a book, a hobby, a dream, a thought, an activity, whatever the heck you want. Anything come to mind immediately, Ryan?
Oh, man. Guys, this past week, I have been hella into playing Ocarina of Time again.
Oh,
nice.
I
Very
am
nice.
falling in love with that game all over again. It's so weird to go back to a game that, you know, you had played when it first came out and then never really touched again after. And then you're like, I remember I love that game, but like, why did I love that game? And when I'm playing it, it is literally falling in love again with a game because you're getting that like the tingles, man. You get the like, oh my God, yeah, this is, and Tingle's not in the game. Well, maybe he is. But anyways, you get like, you know, the thrill of going back into a like kind of a nostalgic childhood portion of your life, but also like you're tackling it from a different perspective. And the game just holds up so effing well. Like I did not think it would hold up well at all, like with any of the changes that we've had, but like if they modernize some of the controls, because obviously they were restricted by the N64 controllers, and make it a little bit more smooth with that, this game could be released today and still get 9, 10 out of 10 scores.
So?
Like it is such a solid game. The puzzles are absolutely solid. Like when I'm trying to figure out something, it makes me do a lot of creative thinking, which is what Breath of the Wild let me do too. It's like Zelda never missed a beat with these kind of things. And
I always looked at Ocarina as the one compared to the rest of them that holds up the least, but it probably is because of the controls. Everything else is,
it absolutely holds up. Yeah. It is. I mean, there's so much more you can do in that game than you probably remember that you can do. And then you kind of do the checklist in the back of your head of like, well, when you start this game, you got to do this, and then you got to go here, you got to get Epona over there, you got to do this. But then you like forget those parts of it where it's like, oh no, but you need to do this first. And it's like, oh, I forgot about this. And dude, every time it was like, I forgot about this, I get excited. I'm like, oh my God, that's right. I need the Song of Time. Like, you know, I need the Song of Storms to be able to do this, to be able to move that, to like, it's just, my God, man. I'm planning on beating it through all the way through. I'm already adult Link and doing the sages.
Are you doing it on the Switch on the online?
Yeah. So thank you, Switch, for providing me the N64 emulation to be able to play these games again on my Switch. But it has been a delight, and it works really well on the Switch. So I'm probably going to play through that. And if that goes well, I'm probably going to play through Majora's Mask again because I'm having a hankering for it now. I'm like, all right, man, I never completed Majora's Mask. I enjoyed the hell out of it, but I never completed it. So that could be my...
That was actually going to be one of my questions. Are you one of those people who's like a never Majora's Mask, or are you somebody who enjoyed it as well? There's definitely camps.
Majora's Mask, I will say its story is far superior than Ocarina of Time. The Ocarina of Time has a really good story. Like the structure is really good. but it is quest based, right? It's just go here, do this, go here, do this. Whereas Majora's Mask is like, oh, you have a time limit and you need to do this in specific ways, but like it's not necessarily demanding you do it that way.
Because the sun is going to destroy the world?
The moon is crashing down on
gotcha.
on the world. And furthermore, there's a lot more adult oriented themes of death and like how to cope with certain elements of things that Majora's Mask handles really well. Plus, the music in Majora's Mask is way more bopping than Ocarina of Time. It is far superior. And, you know, the mechanics of you wearing masks and changing into different forms and being able to do stuff is a really good idea. Like, it is a solid game all the way through. The reason why I get so much flack is because it's just time limited and people don't like that. But once you get the idea, like you can, you know, reset the timer by just playing the Song of Time, you're good to go.
All right.
Like, it's simple.
I will point out that you have 2 months until Tears of the Kingdom comes out. 2 months exactly today.
It's kind of what I'm doing right now. Is like I want to go through these. Like, ideally, if Switch was kind enough to freaking give me Wind Waker, which is like one of my top Zelda games of all time, and like so I could just play through that again before, that would be awesome.
I cannot believe that's only 2 months away.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
yeah, I'm stoked for it.
And Resident Evil 4 is before that, right? Is that very soon?
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 is next week.
Next week.
Next week? Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, it's next week.
The whole Vegas trip just messed me all up with paying attention to stuff, I guess. Yeah,
But I strongly recommend if you guys have access to the Nintendo 64 emulator thing that on Switch that they provide, they have a lot of good games on there and they do a really good job optimizing them. But Ocarina of Time, well worth going back to. Absolutely.
I should do that. Blue, is there something from the week that you're psyched about doing?
Pretty much the only thing I've been doing since Thursday is playing Mario Kart 8 with the new DLCs. I really, really love that they're doing this. And when they announced that they were going to start releasing more DLC for, as we said earlier, this 10-year-old game, people online lost their minds because they're like, why are we having this instead of Mario Kart 9? Why can't they just give us a new Mario Kart? But there's no reason for them to. So many people play Mario Kart 8. I don't think it's the best-selling game on the Switch, but it's like top 5, even 10 years into its life cycle. Clearly, they're not ready yet with Mario Kart 9, which is rumored to contain some sort of quote-unquote twist.
Yeah.
And
So
that will probably
twist
be
be?
the launch title for whatever comes after the Switch. But I love that we're getting all this DLC, new tracks, and now starting to get new characters for this old game, and it's breathing complete new life into it, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Aren't there like those next Nintendo console rumors cropping up again in the last couple of weeks? I think I've heard.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Yeah,
like
they were. There was like they were going to announce something new by 2024. I think what the rumors said.
At this point, it's
gotta be
there's
a
no
iteration.
Switch Pro. It's going to be just the next Nintendo console because we're well past where Switch Pro would have been optimal.
But it's got to be some kind of iteration on the Switch, right? They can't
No,
go.
I think they're done with it.
It's going to be a completely different. I mean, knowing
That's how
Nintendo,
consoles work.
It'd be crazy.
That's how
I
consoles
guess,
work.
but they ran with the Wii for 12 years. So in that sense, the Switch still has a lot of life left in it.
Oh yeah, the Switch can continue going, but they'll probably have their own. Like, okay, we realize that people want powerhouse gaming for stuff, so we're just going to make a powerhouse like
non-hybrid thing. You mean?
Nah,
Like a
you
power
probably next one. I would venture to guess they keep the Switch model going and keep updating maybe the Switch, and then and count that as their portable, and then continue with a new console that's going to be specific console and not hybrid.
That's an idea.
Yeah, I think that's what they would do. Like, and it makes sense to me in my mind. It's like, all right, the Switch is basically handheld to me anyways. I rarely play it docked, so it's.
I always play docked.
Yeah,
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, same.
I rarely play it handheld.
Yeah.
I'd be really surprised if Nintendo went the power route, honestly, because they never have before.
I know. That's why they're going to now, because they're going to go like.
That's true. They do what you don't really expect.
If people are like, well, I expect them to do this, and then they go the power route, it's like, yeah, of course, because that's what Nintendo does.
Fair.
You want something, and then they won't do it.
I want it because I've played emulated games in 4K on the PC that like Breath of the Wild that look amazing. And I'm like, man, I would love to have something like this with Nintendo games. So
Yeah.
RGB, what you been doing this week?
So I'm actually talking about a game as well. So Going to be on a podcast. I can't announce which one yet because they haven't announced that I'm going to be on this podcast, but I was asked to play a game that I had never actually played before. I've always wanted to, but I just never got into it because I didn't own a Sega Genesis when I was a kid. But Castlevania Bloodlines.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
Yes.
Yep.
So, of course, I've got it on the Switch Castlevania collection.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you get the Castlevania collection for that one? Because, that's how to play it.
And you know what I love about the game is that it's very familiar, right? So if you've played the original Castlevania on Nintendo, all three of them, this game will be easy to get into because it's very, very similar. The controls are pretty much the same. The expectations from a platforming perspective are much the same. You also have the knockback, which the annoying aspects are there as well, right? But
it's not Castlevania if there's no knockback.
Exactly, right?
True.
But even damage boosting on it is something that you can do. I found myself doing it on accident, but it still works. And, I sat down first time and got to, like level 3 or 4 right off the bat. And so it's been a great ride so far. The music is really, really fantastic.
Oh, man.
The visuals are excellent. So are the bosses. Maybe a little on the easier side at current, but as I understand, it gets a bit harder as the game goes on. So I know what to expect moving forward, but man, I'm a little disappointed that I missed that back in the day. That would have been a game that I would have absolutely 100% loved as a kid. But getting a chance to play it as an adult, maybe it's a little bit better because I get a different perspective. But man, what a fantastic game!
Did you guys try out the new Dead Cells expansion with the Castlevania? They added
not yet.
Yeah,
no,
it's on the to-do list.
Yeah, it's. I've been trying to get to it. Apparently, no joke, you have to go through the first level and kill the first boss again just get to the... And I'm really bad at that game, so I just can't even get to the Castlevania content, and I'm just frowning like crazy because I'm like, I just want to play Castlevania
I will definitely play that. I love Dead Cells.
I just want to play it.
I've actually never played Symphony of the Night, so that's on my list.
Dude.
Such a good game.
Dude.
It's on my list of shame. I finally got to Chrono Trigger recently, and that game holds up like a mother, so... so good.
Chrono Trigger,
My man.
That's a good one too. Yeah, they're all solid. Thinking of Chrono Trigger just makes me excited about the new God, what's it called?
Sea of Stars.
Sea of Stars, yeah. That.
Have you seen that game, RGB?
I haven't, but I've heard of it. So
Because you're a big Chrono Trigger fan, right?
Oh, huge! Absolutely.
Oh, you will love it.
Yeah, this game looks like definitely a successor with the same music.
It's the same composer,
yeah.
for Chrono Trigger that does the music for this game.
It's kind of got the Octopathy art
2D,
style.
3D rendering. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love the
Yep.
Octopath, so that's
And
perfect.
the combat system's really good in it, and it is funny and just has a good sense of humor, and it plays so well. So they have the demo out right now on the Switch. You can check it out. It is 100% worth it. I'm so excited for that game.
Of Stars.
Sea of Stars.
Yeah, I know what I'll be doing this afternoon then.
There you go. There you go. Nice. We have reached the end of the show, and here we are. Thank you very much to Blue, RGB, and Ryan as usual here. Tim, I think, will be back next week. He might be, or we might have a party with someone else. We'll see what happens. We'll have some fun guests coming up, but first, I need to get to the trivia for Gamers Week podcast. If you've ever heard of them,
right here.
Oh my gosh, we got to give you the answer.
We just gave them a bunch of trivia. What else can we do?
If you listen to the recent Gamers Week podcast, here is the answer to the trivia question. Even a trivia expert likely can't keep track of how many different creatures Mario has transformed into over the years, but if you were glued to a Nintendo Power issue back in 1990, you'd know about a rejected transformation concept from Mario 3. The developers eventually settled on Raccoon Mario. What was the rejected transformation that was revealed in Nintendo Power Volume 10?
Which you already gave me the answer, so I'm not going to answer it, but do you
I know
guys?
RGB knows this. Yeah, they know it. It is Centaur.
Centaur.
I'd like to see a list of different ones too. I'm sure.
What do you?
there's a
I
bunch
mean,
of
like
them through.
at this point, what would be the most like? What would you like to see a Mario power up be? Like, what
that's a good
suit
question.
would you guys like to see at this point that hasn't been done already? Because a lot of has.
I don't know why.
He's been a bee.
I don't
He's
know why
been a
my mind
cloud.
immediately went to Frankenstein.
That's good. That's good.
I don't know.
There you go. Zombie Mario, so you get
zombie
a free...
Mario. Like
Yeah,
pieces
yeah.
of him are falling off. Like that's who's like.
Well, if you think of Nobody Saves the World, all those different transformations.
Yeah, that's a I'm trying to think of something that would be really unique for him to kind of, because Cappy kind of technically gave him like 100+ suits because he could turn into any of those guys. But I don't know what Mario could do now that would really be like, oh, that's a cool suit idea.
I think the list of transformations in Odyssey was something like 72. There was like so many.
Yeah,
of them,
so many of them. I mean, you start off as a frog. I mean, that's, you get the first transformation as a frog.
RGB or Blue, shout out, where people can find Gamers Week Podcast or any other projects you got going on. Shout out whatever you want to shout out.
You can find Gamers Week Podcast on any major podcast player, and you can follow us on Twitter at Gamers Week PC. Or if you want to send us an email, be old school about it, it's gamersweekpodcast@gmail.com.
And we are doing fairly regular streams now. Donnie is going to be on Twitch streaming a few different games, including Dead by Daylight, Breath of the Wild, and whatever we want to torture him with. But we also will do live podcasts as well on twitch.tv/GamersWeekPodcast.
Nice. And of course, here at the Leetist, theLeetist.com is the jumping off point for everything. Come join the Discord. It's open to all, and we have fun with all our friends in there. Thank you very much, Blue. Thank you very much, RGB. Thank you very much, Ryan.
Thanks, Kenny.
We'll catch you next week with more games about video games. Everyone have a very pleasant evening.
Yes, thanks for having us, guys. This was fun.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
That was awesome.